So we're going to complete the threading of our serger by threading our 2 needle threads, or our spools of thread for both of our needles. And as you noticed in the last videos, we threaded the upper looper and we threaded the lower looper. So now we're going to thread the 2 needles. Start, of course, with 2 spools of thread, and you're going to put one on each of the cone holders there. And just as we did with the upper and the lower looper, you're going to thread the eye of the thread tree the same way. And let's do the same thing for, that was our right thread or our right needle. Let's do the same thing for our left thread or our left needle. So now with the right thread, you're going to go under the guide there and come down. Do the same thing with the left one, under the guide and come down. So now let's complete the threading of the needle. As you see with the thread guides for the needle, the left and the right needle, you got little arrows here pointing left. Here's another arrow, and it's pretty much telling you exactly what you need to do with both threads. So let's start with the right thread. I'm going to lift the left one out, just out of the way for now. But you're going to follow the directions going here. And when you go here, you want to go under there. And you're going to come all the way over. And then once you get it threaded from here to here, see the arrow goes from here to here. Then you go up, over, and down. And then once you've done that, you're pretty much ready to thread your needle. As you see right here, this is your final guide here. You want the thread to go behind the guide and then thread your needle. Make sure the needle is in the highest position, and now thread your needle. Okay, I've got my needle threaded on the right side. So I'm going to pull it through and pull it back up under the presser foot as well. We're going to repeat the same steps for the upper thread, except we won't have to go here. We're just going to go here, here, and down. So down, up, over, and down, and behind our guide. And now thread your needle. So now I'm going to pull my thread through. Close my little door. Now you want to make sure that all of your threads are coming out to the left of the sewing machine. There you see you've got all 4 of your threads now coming off onto the side of your sewing machine or your serger. Okay, so now you've got to join the threads. Now you want to join the threads together so you can start the serge stitch. And so what you want to do on that is to turn your hand wheel counterclockwise till the needles go all the way down and come back up. And I normally just do that one time. And now you want to start to serge and make sure that your threads are coming off right. Now this is one of the few times, unlike a sewing machine, you never want to sew with nothing under there. But with a serger, it's just the opposite. You need to sew first with nothing under the presser foot. Make sure your presser foot's down, so that you want to make sure your threads come off and they're intertwined. So let's do that now. So now there you see. Here is your serge thread. You can see all the loopers looping together. Let's get a close-up of that. That's what you want your serger thread to look like when it comes off, because that's what you want, that finished edge on your fabric. So now let's serge something and let's see what kind of stitch we got. And what's happening with the serging action is you're cutting the fabric. As you can see, my fabric's coming off. You're cutting the fabric as you serge and finish. Whenever you get to the end, always make sure you leave a nice long thread tail, and always come out away from the machine to your left. So let's take a look at what we just serged. And see there, you got a nice finished edge so that your fabric is not would not unravel whenever it's sewn. And it just gives a nice finished look to any garment that you're doing.